Hello folks, welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Yes, today you noticed I have tweeted, but I can guarantee you that's not going to be my comeback. And now somebody could start to cry and to say, but why Inspo? Because I was never out. I was never out. So when I find some slots really to check some data, I will tweet like I did in the past. Jesus, I did it by even before Substack and the whole stuff. I was doing it for almost 1 year, every single day. But yes, time is changing. Also my life and the crypto market. Pepe token. Let us tell or talk about Pepe token. The Pepe token. Something useful like the Pepe token that has just almost crashed the Bitcoin blockchain, or at least the fees they mooned, like many Bitcoin marxists would expect with the Bitcoin price. What a drama, I would say. What a drama. Now the question is, what is the shitcoin now? It's a shitcoin like Pepe token? Something that is useless? Because it's purely useless. I mean, doesn't mean that's okay to trade it. When I go to the casino, it's the same. It would be a shame to forbid that, because I really enjoy that. I enjoy to have my drink. It's always when I'm in the casino, and I'm usually I just go to the casino when I'm on vacation. I love that. This combination of I don't need to work, I don't need to think about work, usually I'm doing vacation somewhere where I like to be there, usually where it's warm, where the sun is shining, where I have a beach, where I have water, where I have nice people. And then just, that's on top to go to the casino, to spend there a few hours, take your drink, make some, play poker or whatever. I like it. And so obviously, I'm not against of the Pepe token. I would even say, entertainment is the use case. But the impact of this new, what was it? BCR20 or something? The protocol, however, that just pushed the Bitcoin fees up like hell. That's crazy, isn't it? I mean, when I was reading it, and I'm at the moment not really up to date what's happening to crypto at the moment. So at least, to the market, yes, but not, any kind of drama and scandals and whatever. But when I was reading it, I had to laugh a little bit, but because I remember how many times Bitcoin Maxers said, Bitcoin is the best and everything else is shitcoin. Now what is the shitcoin? Of course, it's just based on the blockchain. It's not the same, they will say, but they are using at least the same blockchain and infrastructure to trade this useless thing. At least it's entertaining. And some people, I guess few, are making a lot of money, and many will lose a lot of money. But also that is part of every single trade we are doing, not only on crypto. Quick profit, that's the new key. That's, some people would say, I had a nice talk with the with with colleagues, and actually I don't have any childs. I don't know if I should say what a shame or thanks God for it. I really don't know. But however, they have. And we were talking a little bit, about life and so on. They know I'm analyzing crypto markets, and we were talking about, hey, what do you? Because my child's are always talking about crypto. And I said, oh, really? What kind of ticket? Yeah, they had token. Hey, my son did just 40% in a week, and I said, wow, hey, yeah, market cap 1 million or something, but it doesn't matter. And I say, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and now he is almost 18, 19 or something. And he is thinking about to become a trader because he likes that a lot. And I thought, what exactly? To trade, to analyze the markets, or to press a buy button and to see how you are making 40% in a week? I think it's the last part. Because I just asked him, is that his passion? And he said, no, his passion is to become billionaire and very short term. But that's something that a lot of other colleagues and other banks, for example, sometimes you have a lunch together, small talk. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm fine. I was last week with my son. How he is doing? Oh, yeah, he is well, blah, 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 blah. But always the same. When you're talking to them and ask him, and what he wants to do later on? Big money and short term. It seems money is the only thing that counts now. Money. Everything is about money. Money is the key. That's interesting. Well, that explains, I guess, the hype of Pepe and other useless tokens. But that's fine, as soon as you can make gain. But the question is, money. Is always money the key? I'm not sure about that. I'm sure we need money to become a powerful person, because money is the key. But for which kind of person is money the key? Do you think that for billionaires, money is the key? Do you think if billionaires would sit in a round table, they would say, how much do you have? 11 billion. Oh man, you are better than me. I just have 8 billion. Oh, you motherfucker son of a bitch. No. It's about power. It's about what you can do with the money. It's not about the money. It's not about how many Lambos you have in your garage. It's about what can I do without to get any kind of consequences. I can pay out my penalties, crimes, or whatever. That's power. That's what you can do with money. Let us take one really realistic case. A European politician said, oh, COVID, it's absolutely bad. We will all die because of it. Every single of us will die because of COVID. We need to spend billions and billions in vaccines. And this person had the power to say, we are going, let me call my friend, the Pfizer CEO. Hey, darling, how are you doing? Yeah, it's me from Brussels. Hi. Yeah, I just want some vaccines. No, not hundreds. No, not thousands. Yeah, we have billions here. Yeah, available and ready. We just need you. Your product. Okay, fine. Yeah, of course, I sent you an SMS. No problem. That was the deal. This person sent to the CEO of Pfizer an SMS ordering millions and millions of vaccines because we all were just close to die. Well, no problem with that. What do you think happened afterwards? Now, for example, the Ministry of Health in Germany is saying, well, yeah, COVID, well, I mean, COVID was really a threat, but the vaccines as well. Okay, that's good to know, because of course, every single vaccines can have collateral effects. And that's the problem. You know, when COVID started, Inspo was working for a pharma company. And I wasn't working for them, but they need my consultancy. That's what I do. I'm just a very expensive bitch. That's the only thing I do. So if you need my advice, no problem. Send me a DM and I send you my bill. And well, I remember that we were talking about vaccines. And the colleagues there, also in a lunch, many of them are, scientists in biology and different sectors. And they said, Inspo, well, that's not my real name, you can imagine, but, Inspo is talking. Hey, Inspo, such a vaccines, it takes years because they need to check the collateral effects. If they find some collateral effects, we need to make a study about that until we can apply, until we get the application ready by different control ledgers, let us say ledgers. And then finally, we can distribute this vaccine, for example. It can be another different medicine. And they say, who cares? I mean, COVID is in an early stage. Nobody knows what kind of threat it will have, if it's going to have any mutations. And so, of course, it depends what kind of vaccine you are going to create then. And I said, yeah, of course. That was February, March, April. I remember that June or May was my last day there. Not because... whatever. It was the end of my contract. And they said, however, the vaccine will be released maybe in the next few years. Until then, we will create something, develop some medicine to reduce the death pulse or the death threats and so on and so forth. Of course, the opposite happens. We had a huge company in Germany managed by two persons who never knew just before, two Turkish citizens in Germany, and they just created a great formula over the night. And that was the COVID vaccine in Germany. Of course, great thing, because they had a great cooperation with Pfizer. So they started to distribute, and of course then, this person in Brussels just had its cell somewhere and just knew, hey, do you know what? I'm not going to call these guys here in Germany because I'm German, but I don't care about the German economy. I'm going to call directly Pfizer CEO. That's, ladies and gentlemen, power. And this person, I wouldn't say it's billionaire. I mean, I'm talking about this person in Brussels that had just the cell in its hands and just sent an SMS ordering millions and millions of vaccines. When they noticed years later that COVID wasn't that huge threat, or another way to describe the situation that the vaccines were maybe another threat, they started to make questions. And they asked, hey, wait, we spend billions in vaccines. Those vaccines are in a storage, and we know we are never going to use them because we know that they have collateral impacts to the human health. Can you show us the SMS you sent to the Pfizer CEO? What do you think? And that's no money necessary. But that's what I mean. That's power. What do you think this person said? Well, I mean, in my case, my pants would be full, and I would say, I don't have a cell phone. But this person was smarter. Said, oops, I did it again. What exactly? I deleted the SMS. I'm so sorry. It was a coincidence. And nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. They wasted billions in tax money. Billions. They gave those billions to another company in the US. Nothing happened. This person is still in power. This person just said, I removed the SMS. I'm so sorry. And maybe she said she was drunk. I said she. Come on. Let us be clear. Von der Leyen. That's the person I'm talking about. And she really did it. I mean, that's the whole... I mean, it sounds like a crime movie, as science fiction, but it wasn't. That's what happened, and that was her statement. Without any kind of money. She can move money. She has the power to make a huge order. And that means power. Exactly that means power. The CEO, the Pfizer CEO, he just needs the money to say, hey, look, what a great CEO I am to the shareholders. That's also power, because he has power. At the same time, he's very well networked, he has good connections to Brussels, he has good connections to other governments, and he can say, hey, do you know what? You need some millions of our vaccines, because COVID is a huge threat. And of course, our vaccines are great stuff. That is power. Well, sometimes power can be limited. And also money is limited. I mean, you can print, but you know the result and consequences. Inflation and so, you know, these kind of things. And that's where the next phase comes in. After they wasted billions and billions and billions of taxes, you know, taxpayers' money, because it's not their money, it's your money, it's my money, it's the money of many others who are just going to work every day, spending their taxes, paying them, you know, because you are a good Democrat and you know that supports your society, that gives the new generation, the coming generation, a better education, of course, better health services, and we will always be well protected by our police and other firefighters and so on and so forth. And that's why the governments, for example in Europe, are using right now the tax ID. So soon, in every single shop, it's required to introduce the tax ID if you're going to sell something, for example, on eBay or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's a watch, it's your used short or whatever. They want that you introduce your tax ID because obviously you have to pay as a good citizen your taxes, so that these guys can waste your taxes later on companies like Pfizer or McDonald's, Burger King, JFK, KF. Oh, Jesus, I forgot. What is Kentucky Fried Chicken? KFC. JFK. I'm so sorry, Kennedy. And so on and so forth. Because, of course, that's a deal within a circle of friends to be part of this very powerful circle. What do you think when we had the lockdowns in Europe, for example? Because I have mentioned Burger King, McDonald's, and so on and so forth. Many restaurants had to close. They just had to close. And they received support money by the government. That was a good thing. I mean, that's a thing where I say, okay, under these circumstances, it's cool to pay my taxes to them and to support these guys. Because the restaurant owner, it's also just a taxpayer and a, honest person that's going to work every day. So yeah, I'm fine with that. But where I'm not fine is that those companies who had, for example, a drive-in system, McDrive, for example, what do you think happened to them? Well, the restaurant was closed to the public. Only the drive-in was okay. So what do you think happened? Well, they received support money by the government because the restaurant to the public was closed. But at the same time, they received the support and could make even more money with the drive-in. Isn't that stupid? And do you know why politicians didn't say anything? Obviously, because these guys have a nice lobbyism. And they said, hey, but if you make any kind of contracts for this support money, exclude drive-ins. Yes, okay, that's fine, we will do it. And that's what they did. So they spent, also here, McDonald's, I don't know how many restaurants they have in Germany, in whole Europe, but in Germany, or Burger King, KFC. Well, KFC not that much, but Burger King, and I would say McDonald's is, in that case, the Burger King, in Germany at least. They got money twice. They sold burgers on the way of drive-in and did a very good revenue because many people were desperate. Many people said, hey, I need a little bit my daily usual things. I need to go outside and eat something. And you know what? Everything is closed. But McDonald's and Burger King is still open. I can go to the drive-in. They had more gain, more revenue in all this time than just before. And at the same time, they received money by the government. That's, ladies and gentlemen, power. And they are not doing it just because of the money. The money helps to receive more power. And that's the key. It's power. Money is just a tool. That's something you should think about. Just take a look what the big guys are doing. They don't care about the money. Not really. They don't care if they have 10 billions, 11 billions, or 15 billions. For them, those 10, 14, 15 billions just open some ways to receive more power. That's everything. Now, I hope that you guys will make so much money with Pepe tokens that you can become one of these powerful people. And you can DM me if you need any advice or you say, Inspo, I spend some money on you because I like you. That's also fine. But that's it. That's the whole key. When I heard that people are saying, I just want to become billionaire, but for what exactly? What? Yeah, just to life. You don't need billions. It's okay if you have enough money to eat in case you're ill or sick, to go to the hospital to pay your invoices, to your bills, but for what exactly you want to have so much money? The correct answer should be to become a very powerful person. So let us go to the next chapter. That was really a completely different initial comment, I would say. So let us go forward. So I already did my teaser today and have mentioned that the weights ratio is pushing up more. The 1 day time frame indicating that yesterday was a very bearish day with 76%, indicating the price should go down afterwards, and that's what it did. If we go a little bit back and we see what the one day time frame Bitcoin chart did, you remember what I said, it's just dancing around this trend line, and usually on this trend line we need to be extremely careful. We had our breakout here, we pushed up, we had a retest, it was looking like, hey, we will go up. No, it was a bull trap. Afterwards, hard down, afterwards, hard up. Once again, we break. Once again, we retested. Once again, it was not successful, so we bounced to the upside. Once again, it was a bull trap. Once again, sharp down. And again, we did exactly the same. We had a break, we retested, it was looking great. The next daily candle was up, was again a bull trap. Afterwards, once again down, retested, we were successful, we had our break. And now usually we should go up to retest that area to fail and then go down. We will see if it's going to happen. In my opinion, we will bounce soon, but we will see if we are keep going just to dance around this trend line here, because it looks like. I'm also noticing that they are buying, of course selling more than buying, but at the same time they are buying. That's one of my premium charts I will show. And I guess we will go up once again to 28.2 or something to retest that area, and then afterwards we will see if we break once again to the upside, and we will have exactly the same. That's what I said. The best thing you can do here is to trade the swings. But I also said if we are going to lose that area here and retest, we will go down between 24K or something. You remember 25K is well protected, so we need to see. So it makes everything makes a lot of sense what they are doing. And so the weights ratio up at 76, and the weights ratio 30 days moving average now to 51, hitting 52. But I will show you why I'm still convinced we will go up very short. Yes, the weights ratio 1 hour time frame did it again. Once again, they did it once again. We didn't touch 90 in the 30 hours moving average. We didn't. We were so close. And then, that's it. Dump. Dump and weights ratio 1 hour time frame always indicates we will go up. Whales, or those who are driving the market, those few, those powerful people, it's not you, it's not me, they are doing it again, and it seems we will go once again up, I guess something to 28.2, 28.3 or something, maybe even more up to liquidate all these high leverage shorts, and then I guess to go down once again. Why they dump? They also send more stable coins to centralized exchanges, and we can also see that we are receiving, the net flow here is indicating we are receiving more bitcoins, but usually at the same time they are distributing, and they will take out all these bitcoins. It will take a little bit, but it will happen. However, that's for me the confirmation that we are very close to see a bounce. We will see a whole fall at the moment. I would like to see more of this here. If we have another one and another one, you can be sure it's going to be a big upwards move afterwards. But at least this one, it's also indicating that if you really want to trade the swing, I would maybe wait a little bit. I think 27, I'm not sure if the local bottom is already in, but I can imagine maybe to go a little bit more down to 27 and then push up hard. Because that's the way how they can collect high leverage shorts. People saying, hey, that goes more down, that goes more down, so let us go. And I'm bearish, but to be bearish doesn't mean to be a moron. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't cool. So let us go forward. So if we take a look here, for example, we see that we received here 156 millions in stablecoins, but at the same time 83 millions out, more out 47 here, then we received 39 million, so almost the same. Bitcoins coming in, it's not big at all. I mean, another 900 here, that was in the midday, then now we are talking about few thousands. But also here you can see that the outflows are also going up, indicating, they are taking out, and usually we should go up. That would at least match with the 1 hour time frame weights ratio. If we take a look here, for example, we can see that the net flow related to stablecoins is indicating that we were receiving more stablecoins on centralized exchanges. Let us go forward. So I refresh now, and you should see, what the hell, everything is green? Yes, exactly. So indicating they withdraw 12,646 bitcoins more than we received on centralized exchanges. It seems that didn't happen on Binance, because Binance post withdraws on Bitcoin because of the high fees, they said. However, you can also see that the bars are declining. If we go a little bit more down, you can see that green, once again green, and afterwards what happens? Yes, we pushed up. So I guess it will take maybe a little bit more, but I guess it's going to happen once again to liquidate all of them. That's the cash cow of exchanges, at least those who are offering and providing future contracts as well. And Binance is one of them, Bitfinex is one of them, Kraken, Gemini, all these nice guys, they are doing it. Well, however, also here we are seeing that green, indicating they stopped to send more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, and instead they are just now distributing them and people buying. We can see now that also here, and that's also nothing new. I mean, also that happened in the past. If we take a look, you remember we pushed up hard. Afterwards, the price declined a little bit, and instead they started to sell. And they use futures to hold the price, for example, and they can distribute then their spot without to decline big in price. Afterwards, what happened? Exactly, we pushed up more, so they sent more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, and at the same time they pushed up the price with futures, so they can distribute on that level. And now it's happening again. I mean, we declined here, nothing happened, they sent even more bitcoins, and now declining. So we need to be extremely careful here, because I have mentioned so many times now in the recent weeks where I said at the level where we are, we need to be extremely careful. In my opinion, we are not done. In my opinion, unfortunately, we are not done. I know that some of my followers are saying, now it's the time, we will go down hard, we will do. unfortunately, because in my opinion that would be something straight, and compared to, I mean, even Wall Street and even other indexes are looking like, the pre shit area, means before COVID or even before inflation. They are pushing up hard, more and more. I mean, like the German index, for example, the DAX is going up, where you say, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, the German economy is not looking great, maybe on paper, but if you are living there, if you know and you have your network, it's not doing great. However, yeah, but the banks and the gamblers are doing a great job also on Wall Street. And yeah, so of course, I would say it would be time to go down also with Bitcoin and other, but it wouldn't be fair just to say that on Bitcoin and other indexes just maintain their bullish sentiment, because the money comes from the same source. So if they go up, obviously Bitcoin has to go up as well. If they go down, Bitcoin should go down, at least if it has the same trigger. And that's the key here, the same trigger. Even they are different assets. So, however, they are buying, they are withdrawing. In my opinion, we will go up. They feel very, very comfortable here between 28 and 30. In my opinion, we will go up once again. I don't know how far. I think first 28, then we need to see if it goes a little bit more up, and then I guess we will go then down or more up. I really don't know, because that level, that trend line we have here is, as I said so many times, and that's why it's dancing there. If it breaks, we go down to 24, maybe even 24, 25, 24, whatever. If we break this one, then Valhalla. Then we will go down, I guess, hitting, for example, 19.4 or something. But yeah, we need to see, right? At the moment, I wouldn't see that. So I need now to rush a little bit. I spent too much time. Funding rate down, up, down, up, down, and now up hard. If we take a look to open interest, it did almost the same, up, down, up, down. If we take a look to the leverage ratio, we can see it went here, and look what it does, just up. High leverage. People using high leverage. They use them while the funding rate was declining. Now they are using it while the funding rate is pushing up very hard. So it's going to be extremely interesting what they are going to do next, because taking into account right now, I said today in my tweet, I would be careful. No, I would be careful too long, because usually the market should do the opposite, except it's the few actors in the market who has the power, and they say, now it's time to use high leverage again, like we had just in March and February, even in January, and the price pushed up very hard, and we went from 16 in a matter of few weeks to 25. So we need to see what's going to happen next. If we take a look here, we can see that someone is taking profit, 1.5 billion. That's big. And if we take a look here, for example, we can see 117,000 bitcoins were withdrawn from derivative exchanges. Afterwards, we received 10,000, but those 117,000, and few hours later, another 68,000. And as I know, it was linked to a Binance wallet. I have mentioned that today in my tweet. However, I think it's rebalancing. It's not clear yet because it's a fresh, really brand new wallet without any history. Strange, but doesn't mean anything. We need to see. And that's why the net flow, well, it's indicating here a little bit red, but now green, 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 indicating we are receiving more Bitcoins to derivative exchanges. If we go forward, we can see now, yesterday, for example, 361 Bitcoin longs liquidated and 170 Bitcoin shorts liquidated. So absolutely nothing. But that's the most interesting part here. That's the funding rate. The funding rate yesterday and the last few days were declining a lot, while the leverage ratio was pushing up hard. The funding rate, the open interest declined a little bit and then stabilized. So they are using huge leverage, it seems, to control the market. So indicating here, and that maybe explains why they are buying Bitcoin at the moment. It looks like that what they did just in the past to push up the price with futures to sell Bitcoin. Now they are doing the opposite. They are pushing down the price with futures and buying spot. Why? Why at 30K? Why at 27? I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, if we go forward, we can see, wow, almost, wow, 1.9 billions in longs, 900 millions in shorts. That's crazy. 67 to 33. On Ethereum looks a little bit better, but also similar, 65 to 35. And on Bitfinex, I mean, we had 2.7 billions, almost 8, so 300 millions less, and shorts are coming in hard. I mean, we had almost 20 millions. Now we have almost 100% more, 38 millions on Bitfinex. That's really big. Now the Kingfisher. Oh no. Oh my god. Please give me some credits. I really forgot. Oh no. Yeah, I try again. Give me some. Yeah, baby. I don't know how much. 2 credits, but that's enough. So that's from today. Yeah, great. So if we take a look here today, we can see 250 millions. It looks like we have more shorts between 28.3 and 29. So to liquidate big, it would make more sense to push up. Instead, of course, we can go a little bit more down to 26.4, but it could be costly. So I guess we will go a little bit more up and high leverage. So to 29. Yeah, I have credit. So please give me the. Okay, thanks. It's, yeah, indicating 28.5 to almost 29. 28.5 to 29 means tomorrow, maybe this night or something, they will use the low volume. I mean, we have almost low volume, but they will use low volume to push up the price and to liquidate a lot. Maybe it takes more than 1 day because the market is since last year just in slow motion. I have said we will reach 25K, but that can take weeks. Usually in the past, it was just a matter of few hours. I mean, we remember after end of the year, right? It was push, 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 push. Why not to do exactly the same now to the downside? So let us go forward. So if we take a look now, the GAX is at 62, still more space to the upside, to the downside than to the upside. Bears looking for 27K, so we have $400 left yet, and bulls want to see 28 to 50. Otherwise 50K. Okay, forget that. But They are expecting at least here 27 should be the magnet right now for the bears. For the bulls, 28,250. Yeah, makes sense to go almost $1,000 up. I can imagine that could happen very quick. So we need to see. So if we take a look here, bull call spread, bear put spread, custom strategy, and long risk reversal. Okay, bull call spread. Let us take a look to the bull call spread. What these guys are saying. Bull call spread. Oh, 42 positions. That's just too much. What is the biggest in premium? The biggest in premium is 45. That's it. Oh my god. That's okay. 74.84 means they are expecting to see a price above a 32k until end of the month. And yeah, so both it seems, and are the two only biggest trades here with a premium of 45, indicating they are expecting until end of the month to see a price of 32k. If that would be the case, it would be another bull trap. Bear call spread. How many pages? Oh, only one. Okay, that's great. And we have here only retail stuff. I don't get that. What is the biggest here? That seems to be the biggest here. And we have here a price. They are expecting to see a price below 30k until end of June. Or, for example, the second biggest trade here is until end of May, indicating to see a price below 28k. Yeah, that's fine. That's where we are, right? So it doesn't make any sense for me. Custom strategy, not useful at all. Custom strategy, 2 pages. Do we have something big? Yeah, we have here something big. Okay. They are expecting, they sold here calls 28 and instead they both calls 26.5. So it seems they are expecting to see a price between 26.5 and 28 between mid of May and end of September. Okay. Oh, we have here another one that's big. That's, no, it's not a multi-leg. They are expecting, for example, calls to see a price between end of June and end of September between 33k, indicating they're, but we need to be careful with option traders because they are not different to us. Yeah, and that's unfortunately it. Long risk ratio. The long risk ratio is nothing else that a future long based on options. Oh, also here a lot, but also some money involved. So these guys, for example, indicating that until end of May they are expecting to see a price above a 31k. Would make sense because 31k, bull trap, then go down. I mean, they are just playing around this trend line, it seems. And their liquidation level would be 26. So indicating we are not going to go lower than 26k. Risky bet, in my opinion. But if you see 26.31, 26.32, 26.32, 26.32, so someone is making a bet that 26 would be the maximum. Otherwise up to 31, 32k to liquidate all of them. Why not? Let us see. And yeah, that's it. That was quick. Okay, let us go forward. So if we take a look, spot, that's now, for example, what we can see is Bitcoin Tether on Binance. And if we take a look here, it looks more sharp than move, right? The CBD than on spot. That's the aggregated Tether Bitcoin. That's BUSD pair. So they started here, it seems, instead to buy. At least the trend is positive. And US dollar started here to recover. So it means at a price between 27.7 or something. While futures pushing down more the price, including with Tether pairs. So yeah, it matches a little bit what I have said, that the price is now much more driven by futures and they are pushing down the price. That explains also why we had such a negative funding rate and a huge high leverage. Usually it should, the question is, as they are buying Bitcoin now, I'm wondering what pair they are using. I mean, a CBD doesn't say, hey, it's declining, everything is negative. It's just indicating they are selling more than they are buying. They are not saying nobody is buying. So if we take a look, BUSD recovering since here, since a price of 28.8, everything else down. Bitfinex also not declining anymore. You remember, that's what they did. Right now, doesn't look like, not yet at least. Bybit declining more. Coinbase started now. Okay, that explains why the US dollar pairs is pushing up now. Is now pushing up at a price of 27.7. The same Bitstamp, exactly the same. While Kraken instead declining more. And Gemini, Gemini was the main driver, it seems. Minus 80 bitcoins, but it's, looks strange. But however, Gemini doesn't have a big volume. So if we go forward and we check now, no, that was the wrong chart, but this is the right one. If we take a look, we can see that we received twice before we started to break down from, what is that here, 28.8. You remember, that's where BUSD started to buy. They sent 1.34 billions in stablecoins to exchanges. And then we started to decline more, they distributed, and then we received another 1.27 billions. So indicating, in my opinion, they are preparing the next move up. On Tether, they are more distributing, so 84 million outflows. Of course, we received also, yellow is inflow, blue is outflow. We had here bigger inflow, we pushed up, afterwards we declined, and they are taking profit, I guess. On USDC, looks more bullish than bearish, or at least we have more stable coins going to centralized exchanges. BUSD, that's the good BUSD, not the trash BUSD provided by Binance. You can see blue, 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 they are taking profit. Only here we had a little bit of yellow to support the move up. And GUSD, who cares? The Gemini US dollars. So if we go now to the entities, let us see what they are doing here. And we can see here, first of all, retail. Oh yeah, buy the dip, baby, buy the dip. This guy is pushing up. 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 This guy's pushed up. This guy's declined a lot. Okay, that's something I don't know why. This entity had 800,000 bitcoins, and just 4 wallets are involved here, and it reduced by 140,000 bitcoins. It seems they moved again bitcoins from the big wallet to different other wallets. I don't know what Binance is doing, to be honest. I really don't know. But now, for me, However, the market maker is the key entity. If we take a look to, I didn't show metric, please. Okay, because I just want to see what the retail is doing. Retail, we are receiving here more wallets to 1 Bitcoin, 1 to 10 Bitcoins. Also here receiving more wallets. Also here receiving more wallets. Also here receiving more wallets. Market maker entity, also here receiving more wallets. Also here receiving more wallets. Holy shit, what happened here? Why is everyone now receiving more wallets? A little bit late to flip to bullish, in my opinion. I don't know if that's a problem, because that doesn't make any sense. They removed 140,000 Bitcoins from this entity. 100,000 to 1 million. Oh yeah, I see. 5 wallets, 4 wallets. And it seems, and that explains a lot, they started to split this wallet in different other wallets, and that explains why here this entity reduced a lot. Okay, so the question is, and that's something we can't see, in how many wallets they distributed all these Bitcoins now. We can't see that. 140,000 Bitcoins, that's a lot of peanuts. Market maker entities sending more Bitcoins, but nothing big. I mean, we are talking about 1,500 or something. It's not involved to miners, it seems. Taking a look if more coming. And no, that was it. Also here, weights ratio on different exchanges pushed up very hard. That was yesterday. Funds now recovering, it seems, so they are not reducing more the balances, but future volume rising or spot volume declining more. That's it. Let us go forward. So that's Coinbase. Coinbase reinforced the wall at 30K. So maybe we are going up once again to 30K. They are here right now with algos maintaining the price here. They don't want to let the price go down more than 27.3 at the moment. They have a second wall just below at 27, so maybe this one will disappear as a spoofing and then go down to 27. However, they reinforced that area, and everything between 25 and 25.5 is very well protected. So it could make sense that these guys are going just to let the price go down to buy here and then go up. But in my opinion, right now I think we will go up very soon, hitting, I don't know, a 28.5, because we have a POC, maybe a little bit more up, and then 30K, and maybe then make the whole operation again, hitting 25K. So Bitstamp. On Bitstamp also here waiting at 30K, and at the same time waiting at 26 and 25. Binance, BTC USDT, these guys are reinforcing now here, as you can see, but everything between 25 and 26, let us say between 25 and 26, looks extremely well protected at the moment. We can go a little bit more lower to 27, then we will have here the wall with almost 400 Bitcoins. So otherwise I can imagine to go up to 28.6, maybe a little bit higher to 29, you know, and then back to 30K. Yeah, we need to see. But it will take time. So a lot of patience necessary. Also here on BUSD 26 and 25.5, everything there well protected. Bitfinex, on Bitfinex, what is happening on Bitfinex? Bitfinex at the moment looks relatively bearish. Also here, a lot of sell orders waiting. Otherwise, 23 on Bitfinex, it looks they are waiting even lower. So waiting to 20,500 instead. OKEX spot, a lot of algos working here. Kraken, on Kraken also waiting here on 30k. Otherwise they removed the walls at 26 and they doesn't have anything else there. That could indicate two things. A big dump is coming and they are taking out all these buy orders, or it's done and we will go up and they know, so it's not required anymore. But BitMEX, on BitMEX, of course, nothing. Bybit derivatives with US dollars, nothing. I would say nothing at the moment. Now with Tether, also nothing. Now Binance, and you can see they are waiting here, so that could maybe really indicate that is the local bottom and afterwards go up again. Now with BUSD, nothing. Bitfinex, on Bitfinex, nothing, just nothing. Only algos. That looks like Tetris. Kraken futures, nothing. Well, here also 25. OKEX futures waiting at 31 with a big short order. So the next bull trap coming. Deribit, they removed the wall and they shifted, it seems, to 25.5. And that's it. That's really it. Yeah, that's it. So as mentioned, I mean, the futures, we had a hard dumping funding rate, a leverage ratio that went up like hell, indicating high leverage shorts. Now it flipped. High leverage, the leverage ratio is pushing up more, but the funding rate flipped to bullish. In my opinion, the market is just driven by futures, and it seems they are using just to push down the price, buy the dip. While, I mean, I don't know why, but they are considering that 2830k is a good level, or a little bit even lower, to trade, to buy, low, to push up, to distribute up at 30, 31, then to let the price go down. I mean, I love that. I really love that, because one of my favorite trades are swing trades. Swing trades are, in my opinion, the best. Really the best. Of course, I mean, if you are shorting and the price goes down $3,000 in just, 6 hours, you are the king. But when does that happen last time? I mean, the price is usually, when it's declining step by step, step by step. It's pure distribution, indicating that demand is not that big like many people are saying. Otherwise, it will do exactly what happens in the last years. When you know you have a solid demand, solid liquidity waiting to buy all your Bitcoins, it will be much more dynamic. It's not the case. It's pure distribution waiting. You see that the candle goes down, then it retraces, then it goes more down, then it retraces. They are just, they are waiting. Okay, come on, now absorb. Okay, right, they did, so let us go down more. And that's what they are doing. Some people would say, well, it's obvious. I mean, we have here a double top, and we will go down. But at the same time, as I mentioned many times, I would be extremely careful with this trend line here. Let me just zoom out a little bit more, because then everything makes more sense. This trend line exists since April 2021. We started here. You remember that was our all-time high, the first one in 2021. Everyone was happy. Then afterwards we had the Janet Yellen crash. That's how I call it. And then afterwards we pushed up. That was a bull trap before we went down very hard. Everyone said that was the bottom. We will never see a price below 30k. At least many said that. Not everyone. Afterwards here, Sam, FTX, bought 75,000 bitcoins and pushed the price artificially up. The interesting part here was that whales started to sell all the way up. And that was the first correction, where FTX stopped to sell and to buy. They sold even a little bit. However, many whales started to sell here. In my opinion, that was the first exit rally for many of big whales. Afterwards, we had then the big correction because FTX stopped to buy bitcoins, and then here it seems other entities started to push up the price. And I guess many of those whales, who then said, well, come on, we will push up a little bit more, and to create a lot of FOMO so we can distribute even more. And that's what they did. Everything here was driven by a wrong narrative of a spot ETF. We remember all the headlines: spot ETF coming, spot ETF coming, spot ETF coming. And every time they said that, Inspo was saying, that's a bluff. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That's a bluff. People, yeah, finally, spot ETF, moon, yeah, okay, moon. They mooned to 68, 69, I don't know, all-time high. Then we pushed down very hard. That was then we remember the China mainland ban. Then we pushed up, we went more down, and of course. So the thing is, we had here something like a bull trap. We went up, it looks like extremely huge. We had a nice breakout here. Let me just take this out. We had a nice breakout here. We tried to break out to the downside. We missed the first time, but the second one was a sharp price move. Like here, it was sharp. So then we retested. What happened afterward? Sharp. Then afterwards we went down, blah blah blah, we went up, retested that area. What happened afterwards? Sharp price move to the downside. And now if you take a look and you see where we are right now, it's a trend line that obviously is a magnet for sharp price moves. And that's what I said. We can go up sharp or we can down sharp. And that's something that it will be decided here. At the moment, I don't see anything, any indication that tells me, hey, that's going to be a sharp price move to the upside. Instead, I would even think it will be a sharp price move to the downside, because you remember, we still have, even if it's declining, we still have 5,285, so almost 100,000 bitcoins there. But of course, if they keep distributing like they are doing right now, they can distribute 100,000 bitcoins and we will be maybe here at 19,000, maybe a little bit more up to 22. And that would be enough. So step by step, nothing sharp. But usually this trend line invites sharp price moves. So I would expect that something big is going to happen. Anyway, also here, something they like to do is always to retest. Now we had a break, usually tomorrow or then the day after. We should go up, retest that area, and then go down sharp. Or break once again, go to 31 and create the next bull trap. That's in my mind. And I will try, I'm not going to trade, but in your, I would really wait, because it's a solid support area here now at 27. So if we go down to 27, a little bit low, I would wait. If you see the price is maintaining there, maybe I would long there, because afterwards you can make a nice profit making a swing trade. Let the price go up maybe to 30k. Let us make 31 and then swing down again. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. It was insightful. It was a really long session today. It's not going to happen tomorrow, because I know that tomorrow I have a lot of things to do. So big love. See you tomorrow. Your Inspo.